We're here with Tom Turner, who is the Manager of Technical Services for the American Bonanza Society. And Tom, I want to talk to you about type clubs in general, a little bit about ABS in particular. There's something that kind of differentiates the American Bonanza Society from many other type clubs, including some that represent owners of equally impressive airplanes, and that is the longevity, the history, has allowed you guys to establish some pretty unique services to your members. Tell us what's special about ABS.
Well, first, ABS is one of the oldest type clubs in existence. We've been in existence for 42 years now. As you said, part of our success, a large part of our success, is due because of the success of the model line itself. The Bonanzas and the planes that followed in their line have been in continuous production for 62 years now, so there are a lot of airplanes out there. That has in turn led to a large aftermarket support system for the aircraft, and it makes for a large organization with a lot of airplanes with a lot of support. So we have a large membership in our organization. That in turn gives us the funds to be able to provide the products and services that we can for our owners. Other types of aircraft have people that are equally passionate about the aircraft type, but because of the population size of the airplanes and owners, they may not have the benefit that we do of having the finances to be able to provide these sorts of services.
Now, when someone calls for technical advice, you have somebody qualified there to answer the phone. That's, I guess, a benefit, an advantage of having 10,000 members and a deep history. But a lot of the type clubs that don't have that capability get help from ABS. Tell us how that happens and why.
Well, we do try to help other type clubs. We have several types of programs that we offer that are great member services, and they help support the pilot safe operation, and they help support continued operation of the airplane itself. One is what we call the BPPP, or the Beechcraft Pilot Proficiency Program. This is a pilot training program, holds clinics around the country 11 times a year, where owners of the Beech airplanes can come in and get very type-specific ground school and very knowledgeable type-specific instruction in their aircraft. There are other organizations that have, over the years, established their own similar sorts of programs, and we have, at their request, they've come to us, several organizations have come to us, have worked with our BPPP Board of Directors and BPPP staff to help set up their training programs. Another major service that we provide is what we call the service clinic, and this is to the airplane what BPPP is to the pilot. In the service clinic program, which we hold 10 times a year at locations around the country, owners can bring their aircraft in for a very thorough visual check by a mechanic who is a specialist in our Beechcraft products. It's not an annual inspection, nothing goes in the logbooks, but we spend about an hour and a half looking for those items that have historically been problematic in these airplanes. One of the most common situations we have is a landing gear rigging issue, so we put the plane on jacks and do a very thorough landing gear rigging check. Other organizations have or are looking at creating similar service clinic programs, utilizing their own maintenance specialists, and we have been providing some administrative guidance, if you will, to other organizations to help them set up their own programs. So we try our best to help the other organizations out there. Again, we are very fortunate that we are large enough of an organization that we do have a small full-time staff and the capability of doing these things. Most type clubs are run by small volunteer staffs who are not there during the day to work on these sorts of things. So when we're asked, we help them shortcut the process. No one type club can be terribly short-sighted. Of course, everybody feels that their airplane is the best, and maybe we're right. But no one brand of airplane is going to provide enough business for the FBOs, the flight schools, all of the support networks to keep the infrastructure operating. We all have to work together to keep everybody flying as safely and as long as possible so that we have the business that supports the infrastructure that lets us fly.
Well, Tom, we appreciate your expertise and you're spending some time, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, Paul. I appreciate you being here.
Aero-TV is brought to you by...
The beauty of the Release 9 system architecture is that you have two fully redundant integrated flight displays. Each has access to all the systems and data. Providing full redundancy and eliminating traditional reversionary modes, Release 9 allows either display to be configured as the PFD. Now, your failure modes are much more manageable because you can continue to fly with the same familiar display symbology without the need to relearn composite modes you don't typically fly with. Avidyne's Integra Release 9 is truly the next generation in fully integrated flight deck technology.